New light setup. Hey everybody. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the track I made for the Loop Op um, Super Booth contest. So, the track that I did is going to live on wolftracks.net. Anyway, onward. Open recent set. So I've pretty much only been working on this for like the last month or so. I did a little bit of drum and bass. I did some other stuff. Hey, there we go. Okay. So I want to take a look at an earlier version of the project because it has a lot of cool stuff in it that I then would render to audio and then delete out of the final version of the track. But some notable things. Okay. Here we go. Get the audio working. So these are all like just little ideas and stuff, and I kind of carried some stuff over this Fox section. Carried that over in a very interesting way because I like this section. I just doesn't fit, right? Yeah, this is version 1, so it's not even in there. It's just this drop. So all this bass stuff, this is all sampled from here into here. So the interesting thing about it is that all of this is just kind of, I think it's, most of this is actually, let me turn this guy off so we can, yeah, this is just standard stuff that I do, just pitch up some, it's just, yeah. So if we drag this guy out, put it out over here, it's just that guy. Yeah, so this is a lot of processing on actually I think this is basically the sub I made. So if we turn, it's the problem is I got so much crap on here. Trying to keep the gains saturator. It's just some filtering. Here we go. Yeah, so we can loop this section. So all these guys are also on here. We got a fat rack, got an OTT, another OTT, an amp. I think I had reverb on at one point, but then I turned it off. And I have what is my super glue rack that I made as a joke. It's 4 glue compressors. It is a lot of chungus. That's why you have 57 chungus level. Erosion auto filter. So all this just comes together into this sine compression bass. We started with such a simple sound, and then we just built the crap out of it. And then we reduce it with the auto filter. We add some more harmonics back in. We bring everything back up with OTT. Then EQ to taste, actually. And then amp to give it some crunch. Multi-band dynamics. This is just taming it down again. And then more compression. Just compression. Erosion on top. And then filtration to give it the final envelope. This is this auto filter, I believe. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's essentially that's all it's doing. But at this point, I have already gone through in version 1 and created my whole kind of library of sounds that I can sample from. But I just went through and just played with Serum effects, and you get all these cool flange sounds run through all the filters. So like, you get these things that you can. That's that guy. That's a flanger or something, or a comb, or I don't know, one of those. So I take 1 or 2 passes at that. This guy's same kind of on this neuro bass, which is it the same one? It's not the same one, but it is very similar. There's a peak here. Yeah, you can tell it's based off of the same idea. Chorus patch, actually, yeah, it's the exact same patch. But that's right. I have all these LFOs, some random, some note to give it a little bit more random. Kick and snare were just some cherry picked samples. The portal drum kick, and then a click, which is actually Heinbach click, and then another section of the same Heinbach click. Run through cheat clip, run through Faturator, run through EQ8 just to get the highs, and run through Transient Shaper to do that, take out the back end, and then run through that. So in the end, you get a pretty workable kick. All that stuff goes into glue, EQ, more glue, multi-band dynamics. Actually, this, obviously it's off, but it's not really doing anything. Snare, same kind of deal. That is, it's like the kick just like up a couple octaves and additional stuff. There we go. Here's another one. I made a snare and phase plant. It's probably more interesting for sound design rather than my terrible ability to, come on, expand you. Yeah, so this is why I'm using phase plant and all that stuff, because I just really wanted to get into how can I make some cool stuff in here. So I took which filters? Oh, that's right. This one is shifting randomly. Yeah, so you can notice the pitch, the value there correlates to the pitch, which shifts it 10%. But all this stuff together, get this kind of wet thing. It's doing its own thing. Add a little bit of this. FM. So I've done projects like this before where I'm doing fun sample pack competitions where all you have is a sample. It was a little bit more of a challenge to do it where I'm not just using waveforms and stuff, but I'm familiar with this workflow. So this is not like a difficult thing for me to go in here and get some reasonable kicks and snares and that kind of stuff. Okay, cool stuff. Pulse stretch. So I went through pulse stretch and made that and turned it into a bass. Cool stuff. It's like a little build bass because you get the cutoff and the filter. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at a newer version of this because there we go. All right. So yeah. There's a filter. Right there. Yeah, I want a kind of glitchy intro to drop you into the build, which is a lot of fun. There's our pulse stretch bass, which I talked about earlier. This guy, which is N2 3100. Basically just playing from the beginning of the sample. Oh yeah, this almost didn't exist. Oh, it's just utilities turn everything off. Yeah. So this is this guy, which is basically just a short little pluck. Randomly cycling through different areas in the sample with the offset on random. This guy. So once it hits a new note, it'll change to a different area. Chorus and then gain, which honestly, you can see I spent some time trying to get some cool ideas out of this, but I was just up against the wall. So I did everything outside. Saturator, reverb, utility, reverb, and another reverb. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in here. Try what goes up. Yeah, back to dry. See, it's not doing too much, but it is doing something. There's a little bit of it in there. OTT, another OTT. Faturator actually is where most of the sound is. Yeah, it's mostly Faturator. I fell in love with that thing. It's such a nice little saturator, Faturator thing. LFO tool to duck it appropriately, and then utility to gain stage it. Leading into, yeah. Made some risers. Yeah, standard stuff. Some filtering. Ozone to actually tame some of the issues I was having. I did this trick again, where I take the audio, put a bunch of reverb on it, and chop it up. These are chords from down here. This guy. Put in context, I mean, it sounds... These are interesting. There's some of the bits, put them through grain delay, and you get these little chops and stuff that are pretty good. I mean, he's all looping, looping one section. Just messing with grain delay the entire time. So this section resampled all of this, which is what you saw earlier, into this one audio file. This is pretty. That kind of. This guy. Oh yeah, these leads. Added these pretty late in the process. This is. Oh, this is actually a. I use not a flanger. I think corpus to create this little. This is actually the entire synth section. I think it's corpus, right? Yeah, it's I remember that. It's corpus on the entire synth section, like right here. Yeah, but I basically just took one note, create a little plonky synth with it. So that's kind of inspired a lot of the writing. Yeah, but to make good bell sounds, just having something plucky and punky and volumey and, get all the fundamental bell part and just add some reverb. It's nice. This is. Oh yeah, I like layering my stuff up, so you get all these different layers coming together. So in the writing process, that's mostly where I'll come in and do all these different modifications. Where this guy won't even get that note. It's like all that kind of fun stuff. I like doing the writing on these sound design challenges because I get both the sound design challenge of like how do I make sounds that either sound similar to things people have heard before, but with like the weirdest possible method. Like that corpus one, it's like it sounds like a bell, right? Kind of. It's because it's actually my entire synth chain bus. Actually, it's just turned into this weird thing from one plugin. Fun stuff like that, and all the basses and stuff are all still chopped up. And then you got all these other things that are just occasionally I'll find one of the samples that just like I can filter in a unique way. That these are just kind of trying to fill in for real instruments. That's the problem. It's like once you get into the drums, you'll notice I have like 30 channels of drums. And that's cut down because everything else was a whole bunch of other stuff stacked up to get it to 30 channels. Yeah, so there's a bunch of fun stuff in here. Oh yeah, this. This is actually that's right. This is the same patch as that other section. Where is it? Oh, this guy. That's the exact same little patch right here. Yeah, it's the same thing, chorus and gain. Where I think this one is, it's still got it's the exact same patch. Oh my god. But like this is a perfect example how you can take two things in two totally different ways. There we go. Okay. Turn this down. No, I think that's like full up. Yeah. So a lot of stuff is happening. That's basically not even on this channel. Yeah. So, long story short, a lot of work went into this track. Appreciate it if you check it out on Wolftracks, uh, wolftracks.net, or on SoundCloud, or here on YouTube. Anywhere in the description. So anyway, that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. And if you made it this far, hello, Loopop.